This is a tutorial for 3DRX Comply, and you can access this wizard by going through a browser to www.3drxcomply.com, and then in the top right hand corner click the login. Once you put your username and password in, you'll see this screen. This is the beginning of the wizard. So if I want to select the knee for an example as a joint, and then I can see the conditions that are related to the knee, and it lists those out. These are all 3D animations. So if I wanted to then select one of these, maybe I'll select the medial collateral ligaments, showing the tear there on the MCL. And notice that I checked the checkbox here. Each animation has a box next to it. By selecting the checkbox, it indicates that I do want this to be part of the report that's sent out to the patient. If I were to just click on the actual words to the right of the checkbox, then I would view the animation, but not necessarily include it in the report. So if you do want it in the report, make sure you check the box. Moving on to the treatments that are related to that, maybe this particular patient is ready for bicycle as part of their treatment, and there are or maybe they have some other treatment that you want to do, some light therapy, and then you can select the frequency here in the expected treatments will appear down at the bottom, so you can see 12 to 18 treatments by viewing the frequency of 3 times a week and 4 to 6 weeks. That way it sets up an expectation for the patient, and they're able to kind of map out their treatment plan and understand what it is they'll be doing when they visit you. So there's also a rehab tab that this rehabilitation that will come up is already determined to be for the knee because of the condition that was selected. And so you can see there's a lot of rehab to choose from, and there's more filters that you can use if you wanted to take a look at only extension exercises. Then it will filter that down. So if you wanted to take a look at one of the exercises, and you can talk about how you want them to keep their back straight, or how far up you want their leg to go, and then you can draw on those images and create your own notes and maybe some other descriptions. You can see the beginning and ending position. Once you're done, you can add that to the session and close that. Now there are also different ways that you can add them to the session. Maybe just by looking at the thumbnail, you understand that this is the exercise that you'd like to have in your report. So you can just quickly add it with a check, the plus sign in the top right hand corner. So once you include the rehabilitation and exercises and stretches that you would like for the patient to have, and you can see that they're there, you can move on to the last category, which is support. And maybe in this case they're going to need a resistance band or some other type of support item. You can include that in the report as well and let them know where they can obtain those items. So the report tab just gives a summary. In case you changed your mind and you don't want to include bike in the report, you can deselect it at this point. So then you'll click on the Send Report, which brings you to this screen where you can type in the patient's name, and if you've already had this patient before, it'll autofill for you. The date of birth is important to fill out. It's a required field. It's also something that the patient will be required to enter in order to view their own report after you send them the email. Down here you have the option Save and Send, which is most popular. That'll just send the email with a link out to the patient so they can log in and view the report that you've created. You can save the report. You can download the PDF and print it, or you can view the HTML. And by viewing the HTML, this is really what the patient will see when they get their report. So they'll get some instructions on what to do and the report that's been generated for them. That will automatically go away, or if they select the X, it will also disappear and the report will begin. It's kind of like a PowerPoint at this point where they can sit back and watch the report. It'll go through the condition, the treatment, and the rehab and support items for that condition. And it'll automatically go to the next one. And you can see the thumbnails down below. And if you wanted to select a thumbnail, then you're able to see the different exercises, the different treatment, and this image that says no image available, once the branding is set, you'll see your logo there, and so that's kind of what the patient will see. So this concludes a very quick overview of the wizard portion of 3drxcomply.com, and look for the tutorial on the admin section, and that's the next tutorial that you should review in the admin area.